Greetings, Tetris citizens. It is your old pal, Van Dweller, back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event. And what we've got for you today is a top 16 bracket. Let's look at it. There it is. The top right-hand corner is what we're doing. It's green and teal. Tristop versus Guaffy will be going first. This is a match, I believe. And Coal Bucket versus Iball. That is a match, I believe. These are two very, very good matches. The links in YouTube say February. Just change it. Change the word to June and it will be right. Just change the word February to June and it's fine. Okay, yeah. Tristop versus Guaffy. Coal Bucket versus Iball. The winner versus the winner for a spot in the semifinals. Let's take a look at who is already in the semifinals. Yeah, it's just two Masters event champions, Alex T and Pixel Andy. No big deal. You know what? Alex T's got 7. He's a 2-time CTWC champion. No big deal. Pixel Andy, he's got 4. He's also a 5-time DAS Masters winner. Whatever. But yeah, if you go over to our top 16, take a look at it. In this bracket, why isn't it? Oh, I just hit the 20-second. I hit the 20-second fade button by accident. So now I have to wait for this to go. You can't interrupt it. You have to just let it happen. But anyway, as it's starting to come into focus, neither Tristop nor Guaffy nor Coal Bucket nor Iball have won a Masters event. And then if you look, right, that meme is into the top 8. Kirby and Dangler, none of them have won a DAS Masters. So the next 2 spots in our semifinals event, those are going to be filled by people who have never won a Masters event. So there's a good chance that we have a new Masters winner. Of course, you have to beat either Alex T or Andy, or both, actually, to win your way in. So we will see. Actually, yeah, you will have to win your way through both, which kind of makes sense, right? So yeah, that is going to be a challenge, but it could be done. Let us go ahead and find out what is going to happen. I don't know. All right. That is where everything stands. Now, we do have more Masters scheduled, right? So that Masters versus Yellow solo match between Kirby and Dangler, that is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Texas time, which should be 2300 UTC. No, I'm sorry, 7 p.m. Texas time, which should be 1 a.m. UTC. And before that is the remaining DAS Masters Pink preliminary bracket. So we're getting very much near the end. And you want to just see the top 8 just for whoosies? There it is. That's what it looks like. Okay. Let's take a look at our rules. This is a 32-player single elimination tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console. So long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified, they can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons used or turbo functions, whether mechanical or electronical. Biological turbo only. Players should not receive any in-game real-time advice, and they should not pause unless the commentator tells them to. If you do have technical issues, do keep playing. Internet goes out, whatever. Keep playing. I don't know how many times I can say it, but please keep playing. Level 18 starts all the way through level 39 super kill screen. Score uncapped, same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. It is a best of 5. The first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match, and the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool which stands currently at $1,320. If you want to help support the prize pool, well, please do, because it is 100% funded by you, the viewers. There are no sponsors. You are the sponsors. So thank you to everybody who has contributed so far to the prize pool. Right now, we're paying our top 4. Would love to pay our top 8. That's an incentive that you get if we get to $2,000. We haven't missed our incentive in a long time, so please, if you are able to help out with the prize pool, do so. Use the Matcherino command if you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up the links to the 2 prize pools we've got going. The first one is the one for Masters event. Click on that. And yeah, that will take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right-hand corner is where you log in. Use your existing YouTube or Twitch or whatever. What is it? Twitch or YouTube account? That's what it's called. To log in. Once you're in, there's a button that says contribute. Click on that to contribute. Thank you again to everybody who is doing that to support the players. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that in a lot of different ways. Over on YouTube, you got super chats and super stickers and whatever. Channel memberships. You can gift a channel membership on Twitch. You've got bits and subs and gift subs and Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming subs. And the other option you have is Patreon. Go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris to make an ongoing pledge of support to keep this channel going. Allows us to do all these tournaments, right? 32 player tournaments, 2 of them pretty much every single month. And it's a lot of Tetris, and man, it would be a big hole in the Tetris community if this tournament and these tournaments that we do did not exist. So if you want that to keep happening, patreon.com/monthly Tetris is a great way to do it. There's other support options that you can find with the support command. Yeah, that's good enough. It's a lot of stuff, and we're almost there. We're almost there. We just need one player to turn on cam, and we will be good. We got Tristop, I guess, who's hungover or something, not sure. Or maybe he's auditioning for Top Gun. Not sure. That's all right. He's there. He can do what he wants. Whatever, man. Feel good. The sun is too bright. Oh, I hear you. Or maybe he's going to pull a Tommy. Like, he wants to protect his privacy. You know, he's going to have a good career. He doesn't want people to know he used to be, goated Tetris player back in the day. Going to leave all that behind. Be a scientist. Whatever, man. It's fine. Don't want people to know. Tetris is his secret shame. He's auditioning to be the next Tommy NTG. I mean, it worked for Tommy. So, what the heck? That is not Guaffy. Is that? Let me check what's happening. Yeah, Guaffy, you just need your cam on, and then there you go. And then I'll fix up your cam. And then if we could get the heart rate, you can put that at a different part of your stream. That would be great. Yeah, I just don't want. We just don't do that. I just don't want additional graphics on the screen, if that's okay. So if you want to put it in a different part of your stream, that's fine. But just not. I just don't want additional graphics on the screen. I just don't want additional graphics on the screen. So if we could put it in a different part of your capture, that would be great. You can put it over below your photo. That would be great. I'm not done adjusting cameras either, so I don't know what camera. I don't know how I'm going to set these cameras up because I don't have you in your playing position. So I get that you're trying to do something that you want to do, but I don't want additional graphics on the screen. I don't know. I don't have you in your playing position. I don't have you in your playing position, so I don't know how I'm going to set up your cameras. Okay. Thank you. All right, that is what we got. So that's where your camera's gonna go. So wherever you need to put it is cool. So yeah, if you want to put it behind your placard, that is fine, just not within the viewable part of the camera. So. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and drop pieces in the chat. There they are. Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to put it behind your placard. I just didn't know where you're going to be. As long as it's not on our stream, that's fine. But I didn't know where the cameras were going to be situated because you weren't in your playing position. So that's all. You can put it back on. What's up, Tristop? By the way, what? Oh, hi. There is a heat wave in New York, so internet may go out. I mean, that's pretty much your stream every time, Tristop, so I'm already prepared for that. All right, looks like both players are ready. So let's go ahead and get them started. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Just keep playing if you run into tech issues. On the left side of your screen, it is Tristop, who I don't know. I don't know if he's played in a while. I just don't remember seeing Tristop all that much in the last few months. But here he is back in the monthly Masters event, qualified into seed number 2 with a 1.63 million. That got him a second seed and enabled him to skip rounds 1 and rounds 1 and 2. So he is here playing in the top 16, his first match in this month's tournament. He's got an overall PB of 13.79 million. That is good for 4th on the overall PB leaderboard. He was ranked 15th in the most recent Premier poll. He was the first player ever to get a DAS 1.3. He's the 5th game crasher of his 11 DAS 1.3s right now, or at least people who've gotten them. And yeah, he was the first one. 5th game crasher. Tristop has been in the finals 3 times of CTM Masters event. Most recently in September 2021. He's been in the semifinals 4 times, most recently in September of 2024. Been in Mega Masters twice. He's won a Future Circuit back of June of 2021. CTWC Gold Player 5 times. Finished as high as the top 4. Did that in 2024 and finished in the top 8 twice, including this most recent CTWC. He was the winner of the Montreal Regional and the Philly Regional and the Columbus WPL Regional last year. And you also saw him playing in Boston and Detroit this year. Top 4 finishes in those. And second in Season 1 of the DAS Champions League. That happened earlier this year. No record against Guaffy. They've never played, as far as I can tell. So that is interesting. And on the right side of your screen, it is Guaffy, who qualified into this tournament with seed number 18 with a 1.32 average of his best 2 games played in a 60-minute qualifier. So Guaffy had to play all the rounds, defeated 20 Dan 03 in round 1, defeated Peak in round 2. Has a PB of 2.96 million. That's good for about 27th on the overall leaderboard. He has finished as high as the top 8 in Masters. That was in January of 2025. Has been in Mega Masters 2 times the last 2 years. CTWC 2 times in the gold bracket, finishing as high as the top 16, which he did. This year, you've also seen Guaffy taking 4th in the Northeast Regional last year, top 8 in Boston this year. Also played in that Boston last year as well. 289 for Guaffy, 364 for Tristop. And Tristop ahead by, between 5 and 9 lines at any given time. And has a 4 Tetris lead. Tetris for Tristop, 435, 353 for Guaffy. And Guaffy, as far as I can tell, no record against any of the players in this bracket. So I didn't find any results against Tristop, against Cole, or maybe there was one CTL or something. I don't know, but I didn't find any significant matches because Guaffy does not have a ton of matches in match history. So, which is amazing, how well he has performed with. So few matches in the match database compared to a lot of the other players. 80 matches overall going back to 2022. But yeah, none against Tristop, and as far as I could tell, none against Cole or Iball. 556 for Tristop. 473 for Guaffy. And we're into 19. Tristop is at 583, 509 for Guaffy immediately upon 19 entry. And a Tetris for Guaffy, 559, 609 for Tristop. Tetris Guaffy, 637, 663 for Tristop. Tristop last played in CTM Masters in February, so didn't play in March, in Mega Masters, or in May. But it's good to have Tristop back here after a pretty good run in CTWC. Where you figure he finished in the top 8. 783 for Tristop. Tetris for Guaffy, 755. Other Tetris Guaffy, 785. All right, Guaffy up pretty high here, but gets a long bar over, no problem. It's going to end up creating a gap here, or Yeah, just going to take a couple of rows of burning here to get rid of this. 942 for Tristop, 853 for Guaffy. Okay, there, Guaffy trying to down stack here, trying to fight this down. That T goes to the left, drops that Z in the middle. The T-spin is sick right there. Oh, we're going to overshoot with that L piece. Would love a well-timed bar here. It's kind of all in on it. No, that's going to be a top out for Guaffy at 878. And Tristop is good in game number 1. New pieces for the players when you are ready. The pieces are 5B141A, 5B141A. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started. Game number 2, Tristop and Guaffy. All right, players stacking for their first Tetrises. And a little droughty to start us off. But there we go. Tucking a Tetris for Guaffy. Both of these players involved in pretty insane matches during 2025 CTWC. If you haven't watched it all yet, go find the VODs. Although they are releasing, I was surprised to see how quickly they are releasing or editing and getting up the individual matches this year. It's like, wait a minute, what? It's like they're already starting to post it and it's still the same month that it happened. All right, Guaffy getting up pretty high on the board here. Oh, no, that left side is going to be cut off, and that is a top out for Guaffy. The chase down target for Tristop is irrelevant because he got that Tetris. So that is a top out at 74,000 for Guaffy. And Tristop, you are good in game number 2. Tristop says, yeah, that seed was not good. Oh, what's up? JDMFX is here in the chat. Welcome, JDMFX. You may recognize that player as a 6-time CTM Masters event winner, most recently in January of 2021. So welcome to the chat. Good to see you. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's check seed 6283F2. 6283F2, yes. Let's count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, Joseph not in the tournament this month. He was playing Fortnite, couldn't make it. But maybe next time. All right, another bad seed here, I think, for these two players. Guaffy getting it brought down. Uncovers the right side. Has to put that S there, though, in columns 9 and 10. Opens it up again. Waiting for the bar. And where are the bars? Where are they? I think Joseph cursing this stream, actually. And there we go. Finally, bars for these players. Guaffy gets his first Tetris, 41,000, 37,000 for Tristop. So Guaffy out to an early lead after, I don't know, that was a little scary. All right, Tetris for Tristop. There's one for Guaffy, 111 for him. All right, they are 4,000 points apart, same line count. Hilbert Space with the $20 contribution to the prize pool. That's going to get us up to $1,340. Another Tetris, Guaffy, 156. A skimming a Tetris for Guaffy. Tristop could use an L, gets an L for that left side. And he's actually going to set up Dirty and get it. Column 1, Dirty Tetris, Tristop, 202. He's setting up again and gets a good, perfect transfer over to the column 10 right side well. 248 for Tristop, 249 for Guaffy. When will Tap Masters start Vandy? Well, qualifying ends on July 12th, and the tournament will begin soon after that and take place throughout the following 4 weeks, according to player availability. 270 for Tristop, 297 for Guaffy. Another Tetris for Tristop. Oh, gonna pull back that S and tuck that O piece, but ends up having to plug the well anyway. But yeah, very droughty seed right now. And maybe it'll start being normal again at some point. Although sometimes I'll be like, wow, what a droughty seed. And it'll be just like, oh, this is, normal. So right now, most pieces are in the mid 30s. Bars are at 29. S's are at 51. 30 bars, 51 S's. Everything else is like clustering around the 30s. Is Tap Masters tap and DAS or tap only? It's tap and DAS. You can DAS. Because if like someone was playing and their hand started to hurt and wanted to play DAS a little bit, I wouldn't be like, no, you must continue to, And then if you're going to allow any DAS at all, then you may as well just allow DAS. And plus, I don't know that there's enough players able to tap better than every DAS player. So I'm opting to have, high quality of play versus literally everyone be a tapper. A tap medical timeout possible? Yeah, but if you hurt, it's not like it's going to get better in 2 seconds. Like you gotta take significant time off, right? So. All right, 511 for Guaffy. Longbar gets down. Tetris 534. Skimming a Tetris there for Guaffy 557. Tetris Tristop 540 into 19. So yeah, if you want to, obviously since Tap is available, you don't have to follow Spirit of DAS. If you're a dash player, you can double quick tap, you can slow tap all the way through. It's fine. I mean, it sounds better than hybrid. Tap Master sounds better than Hybrid Masters, right? Which I don't even know what that is. Yeah, Moya can still tap, just you can't do the raking. Like, raking is not allowed. I consider that to be a multi-finger attack. $657 for Guaffy. The only thing is the alternating tap is, I don't know. To me, that's not necessarily spirit of tap, but basically, I want to wear everyone's elbows out. I want to destroy your elbows and shoulders. All right, 717 for Guaffy, 772 for Tristop. Tetris Guaffy 749. Guaffy's got to win this one to stay in this tournament. You want to do elbow? I don't know what elbow masters means, but okay. All right, Guaffy trying to find something to... There you go, with the pullback of that bar. Did get set up for a moment, but now he's left with like 2 T-spin setups and no T's, so just got to get rid of those. Ends up getting no T-spins out of 2 T-spin setups. Oh no. It's going to be tough. Guaffy needs a bar like right now. And there is the bar that'll take it down for a triple. 814 for him. A69 for Tristop. Tetris for Tristop. B03. Guaffy still down stacking. Has 15 lines to go until 29. So we should be able to bring this down. Tristop 1 away. He's set up. He's got a B07 long bar in Tetris. Tristop B43. Guaffy good and clean and ready to Tetris. Covers here. Long bar over Tetris. Guaffy's into 29 at 880. All right, Guaffy bringing this down. 888. Tristop B64. Tristop set up again for a Tetris, gets it. CO2, he's got the 1.2 million. And Guaffy board starting to climb a bit. All right, there we go. Oh, a couple of nice pieces here for Guaffy. He's got a route out of this. A bar would help, gets the bar, needs another one for the Tetris. Trying to keep it open. Bringing the stack down. He's out of Tetris readiness, but he's still playing. And a long bar over Tetris Guaffy. 965 for him. D09 for Tristop. The 1.3 for Tristop. Guaffy back by about 340,000 points. Has got to find a way to make this up somehow over the next 50 lines. Tetris is on 34. Are worth 42,000 points. It's a lot of ground to cover. A38, he's got the max out finally on 34. Tristop with the 1.4. Tetris for Guaffy, A94. Tetris for Tristop, F28. There's a Tetris Guaffy, B47. Another Tetris for Tristop. He's one away for the rollover, 94 for Guaffy. He's still got 18 lines to work with. Tristop with the rollover. Long bar over Tetris. Guaffy C43. And I don't know what he's going to be able to do to catch up here. He's got 8 lines to go, and he's just not really anywhere close. And another Tetris to close it out for Tristop with the 1.7 million. So a sweep here for Tristop over Guaffy. It's kind of early, relatively early top outs in those first 2 games for Guaffy, unfortunately. And then, amazing game here from both players in game number 3. Really gutsy, gritty game for Guaffy just to get to that point. Really overcame a lot of bad boards. And so, great games all around. Just Tristop, man, in top form right now, 3 games to none. So GG's to both of our players. And let me go ahead and report this real quick. We'll bring up our next 2 games. How do I report? Oh, there. I click on the match number. I click report. I save Tristop. There you go. 3 monthly Tetris. There it is. That's how internet works. Okay. Amazing. All right. Let me bring up the next 2 players. The teal bracket, right? So let's reset the game. And there we go. Left. Cole. And okay. We'll fix up the cams. Going live momentarily. All right. What is that? On the left side. Is that a DAS one? Like, what is open? Oh, yeah, that dir. Okay. Nice shirt. Cousin Avi has gifted a sub to Iball. Which is very nice. Thank you, Cousin Avi. Iball, what are you, 10? You're 10. I mean, you look 10 now with your new broccoli haircut, but you're a seed 10 is what I mean. Okay, good. There we go. All right. Let me fix this a little bit. Stencil, not 100% right, but we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. Probably not his fault, actually. Probably the previous tenant. Yeah, it's the previous tenant. Okay, players, I'm going to go ahead and give you some pieces. Cousin Avi gave out another community sub. Thank you, Cousin Avi. Appreciate that. LP Fishtails. You are a subscriber to this channel, whether you like it or not. I know. We just have this monument to Iball's old hair and his headshot here, covering the maple leaf. Really, I think a lot of our Canadians have hair that covers the maple leaf in our setup here. So I got to think about that. Yeah, an actual Canadian on the screen, guys. We're going to report them to the centralized Canadian tracking agency so we know where all of our Canadians are at all times. The pieces are here, players. Oh, no one pinned it. That's why you don't see it. No one pinned it. Pinners, I need help. I have modded like the entire chat and I just need help pinning. That's all. That's all I need. Sometimes, just once in a while. E6 4FA3, E6 4FA3. Oh, thank you, Kat. Appreciate that. Look at that. The extra effort. The pin, yeah, a lot of the fonts are different. Actually, if you go to like a stream that's offline, the font is different. Twitch is I think they unbolded. I think it's the same font, but I think it's unbolded. Actually. It's like, it's Rubert is what they use. And I think this is still Rubert, or maybe it's a different variant on Rubert. But I think they unbolded it. Okay. Looks like both players are on seed. So let us get them started. CTM Masters event, June 2025, top 16, Cole versus Iball. I'm not going to mess their names up at all. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I mean, I'm definitely going to mess their names up, because they've got AL in the name. They're short names. They kind of similar phonemes, I guess. Coleball. I-Cole and Coleball. Anyway. Here we are. We're playing Tetris in the Masters event. It's the top 16 on the left side of your screen. It is Cole Bucket, or Cole, not Cole Bucket, just Cole, no bucket, bucket free. But if you want to find him on Twitch, Cole Bucket 2 is where you find him. 1.47 million average is how he got into seed number 7. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifier. And in virtue of his top 8 seeding, this is his first match of the tournament. If you finish in the top 8 in qualifiers, you do not have to play in the early rounds, which, seems pretty good. Anyway, Cole from the United States of America with a PB of 4.22 million. That's good for 18th on the overall PB leaderboard. Cole was ranked number 8 in the most recent Premier poll. That was at the beginning of June. That was pre-CTWC, and I think that's due for a refresh every month. So it's like that'll be redone in a week, and we'll see how everybody shakes out. Very interested to see how that happens. But anyway, Cole is here. He is looking to get back into the top 8. The last time he did it was March of 2025. Also a 3 times Mega Masters player, finishing as high as the top 16, which he did this year. Cole is a Challenger Circuit winner. That was back in February of last year. He's been in CTWC Gold 3 times, finishing as high as top 16, which he's done in back-to-back years, this and last year. You've seen Cole at a bunch of regionals, including Oklahoma and Northeast Regional and Philly, finishing in the top 4 of those events. And he finished second to Noah Dangler in CT12 for 2024, the most recent level 12 start tournament run by Evesy and or Pumpy Hart. On the right side of your screen, it is Iball, qualified into seed number 10 with a 1.42 million average of 2. In virtue of his top 16 seeding, he got to skip round 1. In round 2, he played and defeated former CTM Masters event winner Dan V. Iball is he's a known Canadian. He is known to consort with Canadians and be around them, and he actually is himself a Canadian, so put him on your Canadian list. He's got a 4.75 personal best. That is good for 17th, just about on the overall list, although I don't know that it's actually updated on that list, but that's where it would be if it were. Iball was ranked number 11 in the most recent Premier poll. You can see the full rankings at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end and poll spelled without an E. The other poll. Iball has finished in the top 4 of CTM overall 3 times, and last month was the runner-up to Dog playing Tetris. Also finished in the semis an additional 2 times. He's played in Mega Masters 3 times, finishing as high as top 16. He's won a Challenger Circuit and a Future Circuit, 3-time CTWC Gold player, and made it to the top 4 this year, but not with moves like that. So that extra shift of that Z piece is going to cost him a little bit. Going to have to cause him some extra burning here. Cole with a nice clean board, though, 449, 446 for Iball. And you saw Iball taking second in the Montreal Regional last year, and it was second to Tristop, who he is hoping to play in the next round of this event. Also, Iball. Oh, wow. Cole with that tee up top. Oh, my goodness. Cole gets the bar over. How do you do that? And another one. How do you actually, literally, physically, emotionally, psychologically do that? How do you do that? 544 for Cole, 528 for Iball. I don't believe that. That was insane. And he knew he needed it. He knew he was gonna have to do it. And he's like, if I get the bar, I'm just gonna wrench it over there. He was prepared to do it, and he did it. That was absolutely nuts. I mean, what is even the margin for error on that? Is there any? Is that just like frame part? Like, what is that? 554 for Cole. He's going to Tetris into 19 at 584. And Iball transitions into 19 at 584. So tied at transition, basically, although Iball with a better board. So he's going to be able to put up points maybe before Cole does. Although Cole might be setting up here. Yes, is going to set up for column 9. Column 1, column 9. Column 1, I know words and numbers. I'm losing it. All right, so he is set up on the left well. And Tetris for Cole. 625. 663 for Iball. So Iball now at 702, level 22 for these players. Cole now reestablishing a Tetris setup on the right side of the board. Jazzy Josh says that required a 22.5 to 26.67 hertz roll. So somewhere between 22 and 27 hertz was that roll right there. Yeah. So that's rolling for you and people who are good at it. A couple of Tetrises in a row for Cole. And it's very windy out. Here comes a bar for Iball. Tetris, 778. All right, Iball spiraling a little bit, but gets a long bar and another one over. So there's been multiple times we've had back-to-back long bars. I think we had a 3 long bar in a row, right? 791 for Cole, 844 for Iball. Oh, we have thunder out and we've got wind. And it's actually really random because it was like just a hot random day out, but holy moly. Tetris for Cole, 927. There's one for Iball, 948. They're one line apart, and Iball up by about, 23,000 points, less than a Tetris. These two have never played each other in CTM. Only one match in CTL. I think it was a last year season, like 26. Tetris for Cole, A38 into 29. A60 into 29 for Iball. A79 Cole. Cole with a covered, well uncovered, gets a long bar. Tetris. Cole right now ahead by 50,000 points. Same line count. Iball B05 trying to get set up here. Got 70 lines to go, under 70 lines to go until 29 hits. The speed will increase. 39 hits. The speed will increase so fast that you can't play. So that 39, that new super kill screen. Oh, and that is going to be a top out for Iball. That left side was a mess. Tried to get a bar, couldn't get it over. That is going to be a top out for Iball. And Cole, you are good. Go ahead and mullet it out if you want to. But yeah, that is a top out for Iball. And Cole takes game number 1. All right, so Cole trying to farm this rollover. But yeah, too many gaps in the stack here. See if he can get it. He's got 17 lines to go. And yeah, he's just going for it. And yeah, just getting droughted and can't get it. But whatever, it's a tournament. You got the important thing, which is a 1 next to your name. GG's Cole, GG's Iball. All right, the pieces are here. And I guess I'm going to pin seeds today. I'm the seed pinner. I guess I can pin seeds. What's wrong with that? 495F55. 495F55. Cole is Aquafina guy. Is that Aquafina? I think Cole's an Aquafina guy. What kind of water guy are you in chat? If you have unlimited choice of bottled water, now you might be against bottled water. That's fine. You can sit this one out. But if you drink bottled water, what brand do you get? What is your brand? Tap water. You can also say tap water. You can say tap water too. That's fine. Tetris likes Dasani. I'm Mountain Valley or Fiji. It's just tap water. That's fine. You refilled it. Poland Springs, what it means to be from Maine. We'll also do Ozarka once in a while if we have to. Kirkland. All right. I'm here for it. Fiji is great, but it's too pricey. I like it because the square bottles and I can fit it into my fridge and I don't know. All right, both players are ready. Let's get them counted down. Game number 2, Cole versus Iball. Tetris says room temperature Brita tap water is heat 2. All right. All right, we are getting underway here in game number 2. Cole up 1-0 over Iball. Cobra says, I don't know who I want to win. I never want, I just want, honestly, I just want deciders every time. I want players to play their best and to have fun. That is literally all I want. If they just perform at their best and feel good about how they performed, and as long as I get 5 games so we get full, so we get content, that is what I want. What I don't like is, I think probably the hardest part of doing all this is when people don't really play up to their own standards and they're disappointed by how they played and they feel bad. I don't like that. Like, whatever. Losing is part of competition, and you can't avoid that. So if you can't handle losing, right, you shouldn't play at all. But I do feel bad when people don't play their best, and then they feel upset about it. $120 for Iball, 102 from Cole. Yeah, and then as long as it's all deciders, so we get so we can maximize revenue, then it's perfect. Then it's perfect. That's why flat bracket is better, because we get closer matches early. That's it. That's what it's all about. It's all about money. You're just doing it for the money. All right, 212 for Iball, 172 for Cole. I don't mind if they, players physically expressed, just kind of right at the end, your release of tension, the match is over and you, pound the desk or, I don't know. That's fine. I don't mind that. A lot of people are like, sportsmanship. People react in different ways. But I just don't like if it leads to an extended, protracted, thing. That's what I don't like. 206 from Cole, 304 from Iball. $308 from Iball, 234 from Cole. So 120,000 point lead for Iball right now. And yeah, a little bit of drought happening though, but players finally getting bars. 400 for Iball, 283 for Cole. Yeah, cousin Avi. I don't think a person can't visibly show frustration. I'm not in that camp. There are a lot of people that watch that are too quick to say, "Oh, that's bad sportsmanship," just because someone's visibly expresses frustration. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. And I'll even one further. I don't think people are like obligated to clap for their opponents or anything like that. Like just. I don't think so. People all handle that stuff differently, so it's really how people behave over a long period of time, not just isolated little this and that, Tetris for Cole, 474, 588 for Iball. Or I don't think someone has to stay online. Like someone will just like close their stream when they're done. People are like, "Oh, that's bad sportsmanship." It's not necessarily. Maybe they have somewhere to go, or maybe they just don't want to stream anymore, or they know they're gonna be a little frustrated and don't want to show that to everybody, right? Which is good. Big transition here for Iball. He's at 661 after a Tetris into 19. He did have a 600K transition. 525 for Cole. Yeah, if you take it out on other people, but just being visibly frustrated on stream or cutting stream quickly, that doesn't mean anything. So I do wish people would stop dogging players for like that. You know what I mean? Like, you have no obligation to keep streaming once the match is over. 764 for Iball. Tetris, Cole, 606. Although, leaving in the middle while the game is still active, maybe that's like, I don't like that. Like you haven't lost yet, officially. That I don't like. All right, Cole Cole is in a tough spot here. See what he can do to try to dig out of this. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that left side. He needs to get something into there and just no bar coming. And that's going to be a top up for Cole, 648. So Iball has tied it up 1 game apiece. Vandy, have you ever thought of bringing on players to co-commentate? I used to do that back in the day, but I don't do that anymore. And I may do that during Retro Masters or Tap Masters or whatever we're calling it. I may do that. And I'm open to it. I don't know if I want to get into it. The problem is, big problem when you're doing it on stream and you're doing it over Discord is the delay. And the other thing is like people, sometimes it's hard to just coordinate the interplay back and forth. Let's put it that way. So I think somebody has to be very, very experienced to make it work online and really understand the interplay, or they have to know just how to yield when it's not their turn. Iball has some very definite opinions on crash outs. They should be allowed and are funny. He just thinks it's all funny. All crash outs are funny, basically. Yeah, in person, it's way easier. So anyway, the pieces are here, and I just can't get any pinners today. I just can't. All the pinners are working. That's the thing. The people who pin are like the most responsible people, and they're probably all working right now. Yeah, exactly, Arbaro. You have to understand, like, one is, at any given time, one is the play-by-play, the other does color. And you can switch it off in, different, in between games, just like this game, you switch. That's fine, but a lot of people just don't get that. I think there's a good portion of people who don't watch sports and maybe don't have experience with things that are commented in that way in a video game community. Like, you would never hear just like two baseball announcers talking over each other, right? It doesn't really happen all that much. If it is, and it's an accident, Which is fine. Like, not everybody's into sports. It's fine. But like this, this kind of thing is informed by the way sports is done. And I think a lot of people who come into the gaming communities aren't necessarily sports oriented, like 100%. But I grew up with sports, and I grew up admiring, sports commentators, and so that does kind of. I was named after one. Do you guys know that? You guys don't know that. I was named after a sports announcer, Keith Jackson. Like, my first name is Keith. I was named after Keith Jackson, the sports commentator. So maybe I was born to do it. I guess I've never said that on stream before, but there you go. More Vandy lore. How did they get Van Dweller from that? Well, I mean, it's like 12-step kind of process. All right. Anyway, players, you have pieces, and as interesting as this is, I would like to play Tetris because we also have another player waiting to play the winner. So if we could do that, that would be great. E7, 60, E5. E7, 60, E5. There's going to be someone named Vandy. Oh my God. If we get any Tetris babies in the community, yeah, name them Vandy. I mean, eventually, y'all are going to start pairing up, having kids, whatever. Just, there's got to be one Vandy, right? Let's do it. I'll settle for a dog or a cat. All right, looks like both players are ready. I think they're on seed. They are. Let's get them started. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. Let's go. Cole versus Iball. But yeah, back in the day, I used to have co-coms. I used to have Harry Hung, Ben Mullen, Matt Bucco. Who else did I bring in? Oh, I had Richard. Came in one time, like Richard Bereni, CTM Masters event player. He was good. He did a great job. Ben Mullen, of course, was the GOAT, I think. Oh, I had Arda Ocal. I actually had Arda Ocal one month. He was trying to practice for CTWC, and he was like brought this crazy weird energy to it. that was a weird time. What happened to Arda? I mean, Arda I think once Arda, when Arda was doing it with on Tetris, he would like occasionally fill in for Sports Center, but he was mostly doing minor league hockey. And then I think eventually they brought him on ESPN like full time or like a bigger role on Sports Center. And of course, once you're on Sports Center, you're not doing the Classic Tetris World Championship again, right? 160 for Cole, 159 for Iball. I didn't say I'm not disrespecting Arda. I'm respecting him by saying he's too good. And then once Arda left, then we got stuck with Kingsman. No, he had a weird energy during the stream because he was also like calling in. He wasn't on Discord. He was like calling in on his phone. It was just weird. Like there's a lot of accommodations he wanted. And it was just like, you just get on Discord, man. It was a weird thing. Yeah, I mean, Kingsman, next stop. No, I mean, low key, Arda goes from CTWC to Sports Center. You've got a route now. You've got a route. 233 for Cole, 273 for Iball. Now, I am surprised like Kingsman doesn't do this kind of thing for like local like regional wrestling shows. Like maybe he does, but I'm surprised if he doesn't do it. I'm surprised. Like he should do it. And then, then you get noticed. 285 for Cole, 347 for Iball. And of course, Harry Hong we couldn't have anymore because he was a level 30 denier. All right, Tetris for Iball, 394. And then players started to get to level 30 all the time. What is he going to do? Sit there quiet? But yeah, I just found it was too tough. It was too tough to have co-comps, and not that I would never do it again, but. And I don't know. I'm going to try to bring a couple of people, I think, for Tap Masters. $448 for Iball, $406 for Cole. Why are we discussing baby names? Someone says, yeah. I mean, because, I mean, if someone named a dog Vandy or a cat or even a fish or a lizard, I want to know about that. Maybe a baby hippo or something. I don't know. Anything. $507 for Cole, $544 for Iball. Maybe something at a zoo. Any of you work at a zoo? You can like name a panda after me or something. That'll be good. One row off the bottom, Cole. $532, $591 for Iball. Tetris Cole, he's going to access that hole in the stack at the bottom. And now he's set up for a normal, regular welt. Into 19 at 579. Iball in at 638. Tetris Cole 630. 712 for Iball. Lori says, my next parrot I'll name Vandy. Oh my God, that would be great. And I do love birds. I love watching these cockatiels on YouTube sing the cookie song. It's like a daily thing for me. like my little happy place. All right, 742 Iball. Skimming at Tetris for him, 770. 686 for Cole. JDMFX in chat says 2025 stacking is something else, man. I know. If you haven't been watching for a while, I mean, these people are crazy. Tetris for Iball. And oh, no, that's going to be a top out for Cole at 715, and Iball is good. He's got a great pace, Iball, too, 858 on 23. But Cole, Iball, you will take game number 2. Oh, yeah. Joseph, if you want to see a match, go watch. Someone link him that. Alex versus Scooty top 8. June. I mean, that was like, what was that? Like 3 days ago? 2 days ago? I mean, that was absolutely crazy. FFFE31. Oh, we got a pin from our borrow. Look at that. The guilt works. The guilt totally works. Thank you, our borrow. I sound far away. Oh, shoot. You can hear me when I'm muted? Oh, yeah, there's some weird bleed over into the music thing. That's crazy. Okay. Thank God I don't talk when I'm muted, because I have a policy of never talking when I'm muted. Just because you never know. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let us get them started. Iball 2, Cole 1, game number 4. But yeah, pretty much everyone on the planet should watch that Alex T versus Scooty. And I gotta figure out why my voice bleeds into this other thing here. Like, I don't know why it's doing that. You know, I have a mixer and I have like voice on 1, and then I have my Bluetooth coming in on 2. But I don't know why my voice is bleeding into the other when it's muted, so. I mean, no, should I spoil it? It's the highest scoring match ever. It averages a rollover. All right, 162 for Iball, 83,000 for Cole. Why even watch it now? Oh. Or not, we didn't say who won. Zempro won. All right, Iball takes his first single of the game. S flat there for Cole, 156. He's set up for a Tetris now, 235 for Iball. All right, there's an adjustment for Iball. It could still work out. Yeah, that T flat burn works. 304 for Iball, 227 for Cole. Cole gets a long bar to fill in the dependency, column 3. Wait, what? JD beat Corian? Oh my god. Yeah, Corian also beat JD also. They beat each other a few times. Yeah, back in those days, the winner did get absolutely nothing. And then Beast and Shen started to have prize pools for his WPL opens, and then I got guilted into it. I'm like, we should probably have a prize pool. All right, fine. 397 for Iball, 323 for Cole. But in the old days, it was just about the thrill of competition. And now these players all greedy little... No, they're fine. It's good to have a prize pool. I love it. I do think about that sometimes, though. Like, man, I feel bad that there was, like, no prize pool back then. Uh-oh. Iball in a bit of a pickle. Oh, that's going to be a top one for Iball. The chase down target for Cole is 426. 426 is the target. Long bar in Tetris. And one Tetris won't quite do it, but almost. And there it is. Cole is good in game. Don't celebrate too early. You'll end up on some compilation somewhere. We are tied. It is decider time. And it's not reverse decider. It's regular decider. So flip that D around. But there it is. D on the screen. Oh my God. I haven't done that in a long time. Just big, giant D on the screen. All right, there it is. All right, the pieces are here, my players. Thanks for the pin, Zempro. Appreciate that. Remember how camera used to not be required? So we literally had a person named Garbage Egg go to the finals, and there was just a picture of an egg in a garbage can. Yeah. All right, looks like both players, all right, they're putting their seeds in. It was, oh God, what was her name? I'm totally blanking on their name. Yeah, who is Garbage Egg? It was, I'm blanking on their name, guys. And I got to snap when you blank on someone's name. Someone knows in chat who, yeah, Niner 80. All right, looks like both players are ready. 7A8 471. 7A8 Blah, blah, blah. Both players are ready. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 1. The winner goes to the top 8 to take on Tristop for a spot in the semifinals. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yes, Garbage Egg was Niner. Hey, that's a good shirt idea. Garbage Egg was Niner. That's it. That's what's on the shirt. All right. We're getting it. We're going to make that shirt. Sell 1 million of them. What size graphic do you need to put on a shirt? If you're like 3,000 by 3,000, that's good. Was Tyler P legit? Tyler P was legit. All the mysteries are being solved. I mean, Tyler P was legit. He was just not legitimately a 38-year-old German man living in Arizona. But the games were legit. 96,000 now at Tetris. 118 for Cole. 101 for Iball. One time you had to have a player stop his because it was a moving anime on their pick. Oh yeah, that's, you know, I don't love that. You know, back in the old days, fine, have a static picture, cam not required. But yeah, like certain moving, just visual, just annoyances like that was, I couldn't stand that. You know I'm not going to stand for that. You guys know me enough. But like, I don't know, some people put gross stuff on their cam area. Iball has gross stuff in his play area, and that is just a lot of junk right here. Okay, uncovers that right. Oh my goodness. What the heck? All right, he's bringing it down. That long bar is going to help. And Iball seems to be back to some measure of safety here. 191 for Iball, 241 for Cole. Xeno Wraith says, are we doing old memes? Are we talking about kids and businesses? Kids and businesses. Yeah, who was, I don't know who Sixto was. I mean, I have guesses, but I don't even want to get into that. Why did I mention it if I don't want to get into it? But that's old stuff. 245 for Iball. It's another Tetris here. A couple of them. 291. 335 for Cole. Cole piles some stuff on the well. Burns it all away. Was it you, Skip Logic? It could have been Skip. It was not you? All right. You're very serious. All right, 389 for Cole, 359 for Iball. All right, long bar over at Tetris. Iball gets reestablished with another one. And a Tetris Cole, 437. Oh, Joseph been following 6 years, 5 months, 23 days. Beat that. Beat that, guys. 461 eyeball. I didn't even know we were around that long. $484 eyeball. There is a Tetris. 488 Cole. He's still 10 lines to go until 19. Eyeball in at about 508. And Tetris dirty for Cole into 19 at 538. The winner of this moves into an immediate top 8 against Tristop. 591 for Iball, 566 for Cole. Cole looking for his first, well, no, not first, but looking for another top 8 and beyond. Cole is yet to be in the semis of CTM. So if he can win this, he will have a shot. Iball looking to get back into the finals and close one out. He was in the finals last month. Tetris for Iball, 659, 677 for Cole. Now, Cole has lines in hand. You know, Iball ahead by about 10 lines. So if it keeps going at this rate, Iball will be, you know, could be like at 39 and Cole still playing a little bit. But now Cole in a little bit of trouble on the left side. Snakes these S's around that Z piece that he hung. And yeah, I mean, Cole's board low now. He's losing a little bit of pace here, though. Like another errant bar. Ends up dead dropping that square. Tetris for Iball, who continues to pound in Tetrises. Tetris Iball, 851. $712 Cole. Good board here on 25. Iball about to exit level 26. And Cole just entering 26. So at 230 lines, the speed is going to double. And then these players will have 100 lines until the level 39 super kill screen kicks in. Tetris Iball, A28. All right, Iball is into 29. Tetris for Cole, 919. Iball is at A31. Starting to get a little high-centered here. Can't get the T-spin. We're just going to have to bring this down. And Cole Tetris is into 29 at 990. Tetris Iball, A87. That board climbing. Long bar gets over. He's bringing it down row by row. Cole with a triple. He's got the max out now. He's back by almost 100,000 points. There's a Tetris for Cole. A47. Iball still down stacking here. Still trying to get this board Tetris ready. And oh no, that long bar hang in column 9. Gets another bar over. He's fighting pieces over. That left side is tough. He needs to bring this down a couple more rows. And he accesses that left side with a bar. B29 for Iball. Cole now in the lead. B32 and a Tetris for Cole. B71. Iball still fighting this board back down. It's not Tetris in a while. He's gonna need to do it. Cole B90. All right, Iball is drilled back down to the bottom of the board. He's at B66. Cole now, his board starting to climb. That left side is inaccessible. That's a top out for Cole at B95. B96 is the target. A Tetris for Iball, and that is going to clinch it. That was the clinching Tetris. Iball will be moving on to the top 8. And yeah, Iball with the survival in this one. Cole had fought all the way back, gotten into a lead, and just couldn't, that left side couldn't get something over. And that allowed Iball to survive and eventually build for a Tetris. But yeah, what a great game between these two players. Absolutely on another planet. Deciding game. Really, really great. Two great players. And oh my word. I mean, Iball should have been done like 5 times. Cole, I never thought was going to chase down, but he got back in the lead. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. Hi. All right, Iball, you will be moving on. Cole, GG's to you. Great game. And we are going to bring in the other player. Let me report this real quick while I'm thinking about it. It was a decider between Iball and Cole. All right. It's sad to make someone disappear, but it's fun when someone appears. I think Tristop has moved a little bit since the last time. Maybe he's moved out of the sun or something. All right. All right, so Iball, bringing the SMB1 community to Tetris. We've got Tetris. Now we just need someone to bring the Rad Racer community here, and then we can just recreate the Nintendo World Championships. What do you think? Is there a Rad Racer community? Probably not. I don't know. Is there a Rad Racer community? I mean, somebody's got to do the Nintendo World Championships the right way now. Not just play Rad Racer for 5 seconds and beat Mario 1 and but do everything. A full game of Tetris, a full run of Mario, and a full run of Rad Racer, right? A full real big chunks, not playing for 2 seconds. All right, let's take a look at our brackets just so you can see where we are at. That is where we're at. The winner of this match, Tristop or Iball, will play Pixel Andy in the semifinals. Oh, if you haven't seen the match yesterday, don't look. Oops. Don't look. And then we still have one more prelim. Not a prelim. It's a top 16 matchup, actually. That is ID Kirby versus Dangler. And then the winner of that will take on Meme, who is already into the top 8. And then here's your overall. You want to see the whole business? There's the whole business every round on one screen there. The bottom is the top 8 at Dogbone, and then up there goes all the way through to the top 16, which is the middle. Yeah, the SMB part is collect 50 coins, but it should be like, you know, a game of, you know, a match of NES Tetris, right? You're a full run of the SMB game, and then I don't know what Rad Racer is, just whatever the any percent. I don't even know what. How long is a game? I have no idea. Rad Racer. I'm looking it up on speedrun.com. Oh, so like a game is 20. But that's fine. 23 minutes is the world record. That's LOZ Cards fan. Actually, he comes into the chat sometimes. Bubble Rhapsody is on the Rad Racer any percent list at number 12. That's random. That is random. I mean, just whatever. A race, you know, a Rad Racer race. Are there like, I mean, there's got to be ILs, right? Or some shorter thing. But yeah, the Ninchungus Award, the Ninchungus World Championships or something. I don't know. What do you call it? You can't call it Nintendo. All right, players. Did I drop pieces? I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. All right, here's pieces. All right, we'll let Iball finish out his little rollover game. Was this from... this had to be Transition Trainer, right? All right, finally, we're into 38. All right, you did it. All right, the pieces are here. They're 294445 4444444. All right, last match of the day. Then I can go to sleep. 294445. No, that was not a Mullen. That was just warm up. I know. I'm not going to sleep, but I got stuff to do. 294445. All right, both players are on seed. Both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. It is the top 8. Tristop versus Iball. The winner goes to the top 4 in 3-1 Tetris. The winner of this will face Pixel Andy in the semi-finals. Neither one of these players has won a Masters event, so they are gunning for a shot to get their first one. On the left side of your screen, it is Tristop. Qualified into seed number 2 with a 1.63 million average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. He's the 5th game crasher. He's got a 13.7 million PB. He's ranked 15th in the most recent Premier poll. He's been in the finals of CTM 3 times. He's been in the semis 4 times. He's been in CTWC Gold Bracket 5 times, top 4 in 2024. On the right side, Iball qualified in with a 1.42 million. 94,000 for Tristop, 73,000 for Iball. Iball is a Canadian with a 4.75 million, ranked number 11th in the most recent Premier poll. He's been in the CTM finals. That was last month, first time. Also been in the semifinals, an additional 3 times in the gold bracket of CTWC, and he has finished in the top 4. He did that this year. And both of these players played each other in a couple of high stakes games. They met in the finals of the Montreal Regional CTWC Canada. Did the Canadian win that? Tristop won it. So there you go. That's the answer to that. They also met this year in CTWC in the, what was it, top 8? Trying to remember if it was top 8. It was top 8. And Iball defeated Tristop in that one. So they've met in a couple of high stakes matches. And this one, fairly high stakes. You get to go to the semis of the CTM Masters event. $243 for Tristop, $229 for Iball. This is a best of 5. The first player to 3 wins is the winner. True, yeah. Tristop went to Canada, defeated Iball. Iball went to America, defeated Tristop. Now they're on the internet, which is neutral turf. Lapis says, Vandy, I have a funny idea for Stupid Tetris Monthly. It's so stupid that you won't do it. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do it. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely now not going to do it. $359 for Tristop, $343 for Iball. I mean, it's not a tournament about, like, funny ideas. It's a tournament of, like, you know, it's called Stupid Tetris Monthly, but it's, like, side events that make sense, that really test Tetris skill. You know, isolated Tetris skill. That's what it is. So, I don't know. I'll listen to your idea. What is your idea? 411 for Iball. I need to fill time on 18, so tell me your idea. $429 for Tristop, $411 for Iball. Tristop has won a future circuit. That was in June of 2021. Iball has won a future circuit. That was in July of 2022. The line spin for Iball. Another Tetris Iball, 504, 481 for Tristop. Tetris for Tristop, 550, 10 lines to go until level 19. The speed is going to increase by 50%. Right now, pieces are falling one row every 3 frames. Soon, one row every 2 frames. Tetris for Tristop into 19 with a 600,000. And Iball into 19 with a 600,000. They are separated by 1,000 points upon entering 19. There's like, I don't know. I don't know if the actual statistics bears this out, but I just feel like there's way more 600K transitions into 19 this month. In both tournaments, in Masters and Das Masters. That S piece is going to travel a little too far there for Iball, so that's going to create some holes in the stack. And this may allow Tristop to close what was a small lead now. And he gets a Tetris 708. Now, Tristop 7 lines ahead, 8,000 points ahead. So right now, I think it's Iball with the pace advantage, although it's still close in score, close in lines. Tetris for Tristop, 739. They're into level 23. Tristop ahead by 7,000. Gets a Tetris, 829. Ella in chat says, I hate to have to watch this rematch. Tetris Iball 861. Tristop gets set up. They're on level 25. Tetrises are now worth 31,200 points. Tetris Iball 933, 998 Tristop. He's just a couple thousand away from the max. Iball basically 1 away from the max. And Tristop's got it. He's on 27. There's a Tetris A35. There's one for Iball. A01. All right, all of a sudden it's 2019 again. We've got Joseph in chat. We've got E-flat7 in chat. Where's Brodendamp? Skip Brodendamp. Go get Berenyi _ KFT. B50 for Tristop. He's in 29 now. Iball trying to bring this down. This is going to be a rough transition into 29. But he's going to get a long bar over into Tetris for Iball. B17 for him. B63 for Tristop. Tristop CO4, Iball B58. Tristop getting set up again. There's a Tetris for Iball B96, but he's got gaps or holes in the stack. Tristop kind of waiting out a little drought there. And there's a Tetris for Tristop C51. Iball's board climbing, gets a bar to the left. Tristop uncovers the well. Didn't quite get reestablished. Took the triple. Iball's board still climbing, but no, that right side log bar going to hang. That is not going to be accessible. Iball tops out C15. Tristop, you are good in game number 1. Somebody, yeah, let's just make everything 2019 again. Just turn back the clock. We'll go find we'll go get, I don't know, Eris the Vorta. Oh, that. Maybe we won't call him. Tetris for Iball. Do not bring back Eris the Vorta. All right, I won't. Bring back, yeah, we'll need Chris Hansen. All right, the pieces are in the chat. They have not been pinned, but I will do it. Don't worry, guys. 4F6A78. 4F6A78. All right. Pieces are here. 4F6A78. CTM investigation team. Yeah, we got to get the CTM investigation team back together. All right. Looks like we're good. Game number 2, Tristop versus Iball. Tristop up. Really. Tristop up 1-0. Tristol. And Ibop. I didn't confuse Cole and Iball. I didn't do it. It's so interesting what ones I Tristball and I stop. It's interesting which ones I mess up and don't. Call and Eyeball. What's up, Vicious Rhubarb? How you doing? Yeah, as old timers in the chat today, we need to bring Moodoos back, and he can complain about the qualifying procedure. Just get everyone from 2019 back in. 144 for Iball, 137 for Tristop. All right, Vicious Rhubarb doing well. Tetris for Tristop, 184. $190 Iball. Yeah, maybe not so much Art of the Troll. Maybe not so much with that. $304 for Iball, $261 for Tristop. All right, let us sure. All right, 376 for Iball, 332 for Tristop. Tetris says we should ban everyone in chat under 23 years old. Aren't you under 23 years old? If so, I'm in favor of it. No? Oh. You have a beard? I mean, I had a beard at, you know, as a young man. All right, 430 for Iball. Tetris for Tristop, 387. What's up, Chen? How's it going? All right, Iball with standing up that Z piece to tuck in the J. The Vits filled in for Tristop. Let's bring back Casually Owning and the CTC Discord. Bring that back. All right, the spin tuck for Iball. Tetris for Iball, 570. 10 lines to go for both until 19. Iball again, a little adjust here to hang that L upside down. 577 into 19 for Tristop. 620, another 600K transition for Iball. Tetris 644. 601 for Tristop. There's a Tetris. 622. Another Tetris Tristop. Tetris for Tristop, 704. 697 for Iball. We don't know when our other top 16 bracket will be because we haven't finished the well, I mean, we already played one of the matches, but we just don't know when the other semifinal is going to be because we still have one more top 16 to play in the yellow bracket. 835 for Iball. That one will be taking place tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Texas time, 1 a.m. UTC, right after the Das Masters pink bracket. Round 1, round 2, which is C-Dubs, Rorschach, Scotto. 809 Tristop. There's a Tetris. 839. 898 for Iball. 960 eyeball. Level 25. Art of the Troll says, so crazy this new world where if you burn 2 lines, it feels like you're falling behind. I mean, it really is true. Especially with the, line cap. 39 line cap. A22 for Iball. That is a max out. There is another Tetris for Iball. Tristop, 1 away. And there it is, the max for Tristop. He's on 26 still. All right, Tetris for Iball. Tristop's line after that drought, though, couldn't be used for a Tetris. He had to block well. So he's at A47, B39 for Iball. Tetris for Tristop. I almost said something stupid. B21 for, it's not easy to say, guys. I mean, you can make fun of Tris for Testrop or whatever it is. It's not easy to say. B27 for Tristop. C17 for Iball. Tristop trying to keep that board low. Tristop set up for a Tetris, skimming, getting the Tetris. B72. Iball at C29. Tristop is set up, skimming, waiting. Tetris. C23 for Tristop. C80 for Iball. Iball going to take that long bar into column 10 just to try to burn down a bit. And another Tetris for Tristop. He's in the lead. D03 down the middle. Iball Tetris. There's one for Tristop. D44 taking the lead back. Tristop setup gets another one. D86. Iball. D38. Tristop is set up again. Long bar Tetris. E30. He's up by 85,000 points. Iball waiting. There's a Tetris. D90. Tristop set up. Skimming. Waiting. Knocking it down. Tetris for Tristop. E91. E44 for Iball. He gets a Tetris. E89, but there's one for Tristop. F35. Level 36 for both players. 30 or something lines to go. Iball in trouble. That's going to be a top out with a 1.5. And Tristop is good with a 1.55. He's still going. Let's watch him roll this over. And there it is, the rollover for Tristop. He's still got 2 more Tetrises available. Tetris is here worth, 47 and 48,000 points. There's one. If he gets one more, he'll have a 1.7. And yeah, gets the bar over at a 1.7 for Tristop. Iball, imagine getting a 1.5. You're on 36. I mean, that is absolutely nuts. I mean, Tristop, holy mackerel. And Corion's in chat too, guys. May as well just have Corion in chat as well. So in chat right now, we've probably got 30 Masters wins. I don't know. Joseph's got 5 or 6. Corion's got 11. Ella's got 3. There's probably more in there as well. Who knows? Tommy NTG is playing for Tristop. So there's one. Blue Scooty in chat. He's got 6? Well, let's see. Corion in chat's got 11. Scooty's got 6. JD's got 6. So yeah, like 4 of the people on this list are in the chat right now. So 11, 6, 6, that's 23. 26 with Ella. That's crazy. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's make sure they're on seed. Abu, 28. All right, they are good. They are about to start game number 3. Tristop up 2 games to none. Iball needs to win this one to stay in. You are a top 5 winner, even to this day. You haven't won one since like 2021. You're still in the top 5. It's too spread around now. Like, it's too spread around. Although Dog's got 11, but it's very very spread around. In 2023, we had 12 events and 11 different winners. So that year really prevented people from piling on and adding to their, really stockpiling wins. $49,000 for Iball. Well, fix it there, Ella. You can fix it. All right, Iball with a couple of flips here that didn't quite work out the way he was hoping, but he missed the Buko spin. Oh my goodness. Imagine. Down 2-0. Trying to do the Buko spin. What a goat. 128 for Iball, 169 for Tristop early in game number 3. All right, Tristop just going to take this down. Not going to mess around with the center well. Dirty, that high. Just going to take it down. Take the triple, move everything back where it belongs. There he goes. 226 Tetris now for Tristop. 249, 164 for Iball. Tetris Tristop 272. I don't want to curse it, but so far this is like the best internet Tristop's ever had. Tetris for Tristop 295. 210 for Iball. I don't know if this is a hot take or an extremely cold take, but Tristop is one of my favorite stackers. Well, it's not a take if you're just reporting who your favorite is. That's not a take. That's just who you like. A take is when you, like, say that something is the case, right? That's a take. But if I just say my favorite movie is, that's not a take. That's what your favorite movie is. That's a report. Tetris for Tristop 370, 287. Iball setting up down the middle, column 6. Long bar comes in and he gets it. Is he going to stay there? Yes. And there's another center well Tetris for Iball 333. Vandy, did you study philosophy? Yeah, a little bit. Tetris for Iball into column 7, and that will transfer the well back over to column 10. Tetris Iball 380. 440 for Tristop. All right, Tristop going to uncover. Bar comes. He gets it down. Tetris 464 for him. 403 for Iball. Simul Tetris 533, Tristop 471, Iball. They have 3 total matches against each other. One of them in a CTL season, but the other 2 high stakes, and this one feels it's got that high stakes energy for sure. Tristop defeating Iball in the finals in CTWC Canada on Iball's own turf, and Iball returning the favor in CTWC this year, knocking out Tristop. One of these players will be moving on to the semifinals. 703 Tristop, 623 for Iball. They've only ever played deciders against each other in those 3 matches. And Iball losing the handle a little bit here, has to bring this down. All right, there's a nice triple. Iball agrees that it was good. He likes it. He approves. All right, there's another triple. Iball trying to just bring this down. He's back by 200,000 points right now. Still a lot of Tetris to be played. Still about 150 lines to work with. A lot can happen between now and then. All right, Iball clean now, but waiting on a bar, and both players going through a little bit of a drought. And the drought ended. Tristop gets 2 Tetrises. Iball going to use that second long bar for another Tetris. So both players, at the end of that drought, able to Tetris off of their long bars. Of course, you have to delay the end of a drought when players are offset in lines a little bit. You don't want to spoil the drought. All right, Tristop with some cleanup to do now. Oh, Iball having to get stuff over that spire. There's a triple, uncovers the well on the left, on the right side. Long bar over Tetris, 813. Tristop trying to fight this stack down. He's on 27. He's like a line clear away from a max out. He's got it with a single. But yeah, long bar dependency right in the middle there. He's trying to fight this down. One of the hardest levels to see as well. That left side for Tristop, he gets piece over. My goodness. Oh, that left side is a mess. And that is going to do it. Tristop tops out at A14. Iball, you have got a chase down of A15. You are in a chase down situation. A15 is the target. He's at 888. And he's got a low board. This is really all up to Iball. Gonna bring it down. He can access the bottom of the board now. Tetris is here worth 38,400. So under 3 Tetrises would get him there. He's just kind of taking it easy. All right, there's a good little triple there for Iball. And yeah, he's not taking any chances. He's kind of piling high up on that right side. All right, he's bringing it down. All right, he's just going to knock this down again. He's actually set up for a Tetris. Good Tetris A05, 9,000 to go. And there it is. Iball gonna take game number 3, and he is still alive in this match. New pieces, players. All right, both players are on seed. Both players are ready. Let's get them started. Game number 4. Tristop 2, Iball 1. All right, they've both got their sunglasses on. Looks like some kind of Tristop with the aviators, Iball maybe with the Wayfarers. You got the Ray-Ban Wayfarers maybe. Not sure what he's got. Don't answer that. You just play Tetris.
We prefer doing things our own way.
All right, Iball going to get his first Tetris. Tristop with 2. Hey, everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. 91,000 for Iball, 70,000. 91,000 for Tristop. I did it. 70,000 for Iball. Long bar down, Tetris, Iball. Tristop was covered when it came. Iball's like, nope. Winning more important than memes, says Iball. He's going to set up for a Vitz. Immediately, he's like, oh, I don't want to risk my game by doing a meme. And then he like sets up for a Vitz, which is basically a meme. 150 for Iball, 188 for Tristop. Oh my God, Winter doing the Kingsman impression. I would try to do that, but I think I'd hurt my voice at this point today. Been going a long time. 5.5 hours. We did we did a lot of streaming last several days. I mean, not much yesterday, just one match, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was a lot. I'm getting a lot of it. We're making a lot of progress. Very, very quick speed running. This is it's easier in the summer. Availabilities are a bit better in the summer, so I enjoy doing these summer tournaments. 288 for Iball, 324 for Tristop. I have to put sunglasses on against Kingsman. Yep, that's right. I am in the entertainment business. I can't just have 9 to 5. 333 for Iball, 347 for Tristop. Yeah, I do need to not look at a screen for a while, I'll tell you that, after the last 4 or 5 days. $419 for Tristop, $379 for Iball. There is a Tetris for Iball. So about a 6,000 point lead for Iball right now. He's ahead also by 3 lines, so pretty much tied in lines and pace, or close enough anyway. Tetris Iball, 498. It's 5 lines ahead. Another Tetris Iball, 521. And another one. About a 10,000 point lead for Iball, 4 lines separated. Tetris Tristop 584. Iball 612. Still 3 more Tetrises available before 19. There's one. He's going for it, but yeah, he's going to have to burn now. Tetris Iball 662. There's one Tristop. He's going to have a 600K transition as well. Yeah, Iball into 19 now. He's at 664. A couple of triples here for Tristop. He's at 621. He's 10 lines back. There is a Tetris Tristop. So yeah, they are 10 lines apart. Simul Tetris. Almost 100,000 point lead for Iball. And even though they're 10 lines apart, I think that is a small pace lead. 821 for Iball on 22. Tetris for Iball. There's one Tristop. All right, Tetris for Iball, 878 on 23. There's another one for both. They're still maintaining about that 100,000 point-ish lead. Well, Tristop technically has closed it a bit because while there's the lead is still 100,000, he's gotten closer in lines. Oh, a pullback there from Iball and another one. He's got the max out into 25. But now he's got a little bit of cleanup to do. Uncovers the right side well. Tetris for Tristop, 938 on 25. And if Tristop can stay clean here, he might be able to catch up to Iball because Iball has really been in an extended dig. There's a Tetris for Tristop, A02 with the max. He's now 17,000 points behind. Iball now clean. Tetris is A55, but Tristop 20,000 points behind, 6 lines behind. So It's basically tied. Tristop maybe even a little bit ahead in pace. Tetris, Tristop, A73, and he is ahead in the real-time score lead now. Iball gets it back with a couple of Tetrises. He's got a B33, another one, B69 into 29. All right, Tristop, line dependent. There's the line. Opens up the right side. Tetris for Tristop, B18. Iball at C47. He's on level 30. B54 entry for Tristop into 29. Iball gets a critical long bar over to the left side to help bring this back down. Tetris for Iball, D30. Tetris, Tristop, C11. There's one Iball, D71. Another Tetris Iball. There's one Tristop, C53. Iball in column 2. But he's going to have to clear that away. He's got to... Oh, he's going to keep that column 2 open. This is tough. And there it is. Tetris into column 2 for Iball. Allows Tristop back in a little bit. Tetris for Tristop, D74. He's within 100,000 points, but Iball way ahead in lines by like 13, 12, 13, something like that. So when Iball's at 29, Tristop may still be stacking. Tetris for Iball, F59. And he is one away from the rollover. He's on 35. Tetris for Tristop, still on 34. There it is. Iball rollover 36. Tristop's board climbing here, and that is going to be a top out for Tristop. Iball takes game number 4, and there is still more Tetris. Iball, another Tetris, 128. He's got 2 more available. That would give him a 1.8 if he can get him. He's still available. There's one. He's set up for it. And there it is, the bar for the 1.835 million. There he is. He's happy. That's a happy guy. And he's got a good printer. You got a really good printer there, buddy boy. Okay, new pieces are here. Yeah, this is a reverse decider. You can take a minute if you need it, guys. New pieces are here, though. 8DFA03. 8DFA03. Tristop's trying to show us something. What are you trying to show us? All right, no, he's looking at the phone. All right. Can't believe we still use a printer. Indeed. I have a printer. That was a 1.8. Yes, it was. 1.835. So, every time they've played, they've gone to a decider. And, nothing different here. Decider every time. All right. Game number 5. The winner of this goes to the semifinals. Tristop and Iball. 3-2-1 Tetris. And if you're watching this and you want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do that. Use the Matcherino command if you're watching live on Twitch or YouTube. If you're watching after the fact, you can go to, ctm.gg/Matcherino, MATCHERINO. And you can contribute to the prize pool, which is 100% fan funded. No sponsors, just you guys. Right now, we're just paying our top 4. If we get to $2,000, we'll have met our top 8 incentive, and we will pay the top 8, which means both of these players will get into the prize pool. Super chat from Lori says, "Where's my maple cider, Vandy?" Oh my God, I don't have the maple cider. Oh no. I don't have it. I can find it, I guess. But I think we're going to reserve maple cider just for the time when there's 2 Canadians, so, it's a real Easter egg. Every time these players have played against one another, it has gone to a decider. They had, a match in CTL that was last year, but then CTWC Canada Finals, that was a decider in Montreal. Tristop took that one. And just a couple weeks ago, they had a decider in the 2025 Classic Tetris World Championship. And that was a decider that Iball took on his way to the semis. Both players have been in the finals of the Masters event. Neither has taken home a trophy. They'll have a shot. They can get there to these semifinals. $254 for Tristop, $218 for Iball. $287 Iball, $348 for Tristop. Tristop in the lead by about 50, 44,000, something like that. But Iball also behind by a few lines. And Iball cleaning up, trying to reestablish. Tristop trying to uncover the well. Iball will uncover and get a long bar in for a Tetris. 400 for Iball. Tristop trying to uncover here. Tetris, Iball, 424. There's one. Tristop, 429. Big drought survived. 544 into 19 for Tristop. And Let's see here. One Tetris here for Iball. There it is. 567 into 19 for Iball. Tetris Tristop, 620. Iball's board getting kind of high there. Gets a long bar in, though. That kind of overspins that J piece to the left, so that's going to slow him down a little bit. Tetris for Tristop, 672. Tetris Iball 672, 703 for Iball. Another Tetris Tristop. Iball is basically cleared down again, just trying to reestablish a Tetris well, and he does, and he gets the bar. Tetris 700,000. There's one Tristop, 788. Tetris Iball 787. Tristop with a gap in the stack there. He's going to burn it away. And Tetris is for both. Tristop still in the lead in score, but Iball back by 9 lines. And if those nine lines were Tetris as well, it would be a lot closer. All right, Iball 848. There's a Tetris Iball 878. Yeah, they are neck and neck, as Barrett has indicated. Vantage, you drink any water today? I'm drinking it right now as we speak. I'm talking and drinking. Yeah, I have plenty of water. Lots of water today, Ayana. Thank you. Tetris for Tristop, 988. He's on 26. He's one away from the max. And he gets the max into 27. Tetris for Iball, just entering 26. And there's the max for Iball. He gets it a little bit earlier than Tristop does. And Tristop up pretty high here on the board. Just 16 lines to go until 29. Gonna knock this stack back down. Good long bar for the left side to build all this out. Long bar over Tetris for Tristop, A72. And Tristop is in at B08 with a clean board on 29. Iball, B47. 2 Tetrises potentially. A skim and a Tetris, therefore Tristop, B54. He's on level 30 now. And there's a skim and a Tetris or Iball, B85 entry into 29. Tristop trying to knock this down. And he's going to open up the right side. And Iball's board, he is topping out at B88. The chase down target for Iball is B88. Tristop gets a Tetris, and Tristop is going to take this. Iball couldn't survive his 29 transition. And Tristop is good and will be returning to the semifinals. Oh, my word. Congratulations, Tristop. Iball, you played awesome as well. Tristop is in the semifinals, and you are a bracket winner, Tristop. Well, let's get this all lined up. Your head is too cut off by the camera, but there you are. You are a bracket winner. Let's go ahead and report this to the Centralized Tetris Reporting Authority. 3 games to 2, Tristop. What a match between these two players. Iball played awesome as well. And there is a picture of Iball and Tristop in a basement or a brewery. Is that Montreal? Oh, wait. One is smiling, one is the other. The other is smiling, the other is not. You see that? See what he's doing? That's what he's doing. That's pure art. That is art. Well, this is the first time Tristop's been back in the semifinals. since September of 2024. Tristop has made the semis in 2020, 2022, 2023, 2024, and now again in 2025. So Tristop is going to have another shot to get into the finals. He's also in the finals 3 times in 2021. Hasn't been back since, and now he's got a chance. Iball, you did amazing. Tristop, great job. And oh my goodness, what a day of Tetris we have had. So congratulations to Tristop. And Tristop's like, serves you right. You take me out of CTWC, I'm gonna go win CTM that month. That he's on a mission. Well, here are your semifinals right now, and what a threesome we got there. Alex T, Tristop, and Pixel Andy. It's gonna be, who's left? It's gonna be either Meme or one of these other people, Kirby or Dengler. It's gonna be Meme, Kirby, or Dengler in that final semifinals spot. Either way, it's going to be a banger. And in both sides, we're going to have one former champion and one potentially new champion who's contending for orange. As I said, yeah, it's Meme, Dengler, and ID Kirby or whatever you call him. ID Kirby. So, that is it. We'll want to take a look at the whole thing. Here's the whole thing. That is where we are at. Let's refresh it, make sure. It's good. Hi. So that is the day of Tetris, guys. Nearly 6 hours of the Tetris. And what a day it was. What was the first thing we did? We did the Das Masters. And we've got Giovanni back in the semis in Das Masters as well. Potentially a rematch brewing between Pixel Andy and Giovanni in Das Masters. And Pixel Andy is in the semis of both. He's only the second player ever to make it into ever. We've only done 8 of these Das Masters, but it's only, 2 players have ever done it. Fractal was the first to be in the semis of both events in the same month. Pixel Andy's done it again. All right, I need to not be streaming anymore, so I'm going to say thank you to everybody who contributed to this stream. Thank you to new followers, Ratchusu, Timaloy, Art of the Troll, you should have been following already. Erickson, Twitch subs, Iball, LP Fishtail, Xenowraith. Some of those were gifts from Cousin Avi. Super chats, Lori, thank you. Raid, Adam, Irish, really appreciate that support from y'all. The prize pool is up to 1,340, which is good, but it's not quite at our goal. So if you want to help us reach our goal, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live right here on Twitch. Or if you're watching after the fact, go to ctm.gg/Matcherino, MATCHERINO, and contribute to the prize pool. We had contributions. This stream, did we have some? Maybe it was earlier. Oh, yeah, Hilbert Space, thank you. And in the previous stream, it was C-Dubs and Arbaro. So thank you for your support. Patrons, thank you so much for helping keeping this channel going and bringing these great Tetris matches to the fans. Couldn't do it without you, quite literally. So thank you, everybody, on this slide, including Scott Gray, J in the Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shao, Beatroid, and Kim M. Rogue, Potato Cacket, and Mila. Really appreciate that. Oh, talk how you like Money Bear there? He loves money, that bear. He really does love it. Okay. That is going to do it for me. Tomorrow, we have got Das Masters Pink So that's going to be the prelim. That's our final prelim. That's going to be Rorschach versus Colby, winner versus Scotto Bozo. Eventually, that will feed into a match against Leo. And then we will have the yellow top 16 that we talked about. That's going to be Kirby versus Dangler to see who faces Meme in the top 8. So thanks again, everybody. It was a great day of Tetris. Really appreciate y'all. YouTube. Again, thanks, Laurie, for the super chat and, of course, for hanging out and being a great person in the stream. YouTube, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Twitch, everybody, you're all wonderful.